Think your driving record is the reason your insurance is skyrocketing? Think again. In 2026, the average premium just hit a record-breaking $2.600, but for these 10 specific vehicles. The rate creep algorithm has officially put a target on your back. We're seeing hidden flags, instant denials, and 50% premium spikes that most dealerships won't tell you about. Before you sign that title or pay your next bill, you need to see if your car just made the 2026 insurance blacklist. Let's dive in. The theft kings, Kia and Hyundai. Kicking off the list at number 1. The cars that literally broke the American insurance market. We're talking about 2011 to 2022 Kias and Hyundais. Now, on paper, the price tag looks like a steal, but in reality, you're the one being robbed. Thanks to a viral security flaw, these models are missing a basic engine immobilizer. That means a teenager with a screwdriver and a USB cable can ghost your car in under 30 seconds. We've seen theft rates skyrocket by over 1.000% in major cities, turning these vehicles into uninsurable ghosts. Industry giants like State Farm and Progressive aren't just raising rates anymore. They're straight up blacklisting new policies in entire zip codes. If you see a deal on a used Elantra or Soul that looks too good to be true, walk away, because a cheap car you can't insure, or keep in your driveway, is the most expensive mistake you'll ever make. The performance clones, Challenger and Charger Hellcat. Next up is the ultimate double-edged sword, the Dodge Challenger and Charger Hellcat. Look, we all love that 700-plus horsepower scream. But your insurance agent? They see it as a financial suicide mission. These cars don't just have high premiums, they have rent-sized bills. We're talking an average of $2.500 a year for clean records. But if you're under 25? Brace yourself for quotes as high as $9.500. That's not a car payment, that's a mortgage. Why the hate? Because professional theft rings have turned these Mopars into their primary targets, mapping out security bypasses faster than Dodge can patch them. When you combine easy to steal with insane speed, you become a statistical nightmare. Insurers aren't just charging you more, they're actively trying to price out Hellcat owners entirely. You might own the road, but the Hellcat tax will own your bank account. The total loss trap, Tesla Cybertruck. Number 3 is a vehicle that looks like it glitched out of a 2003 video game. But the insurance math is all too real, the Tesla Cybertruck. We're looking at premiums averaging $3.400 a year. That's 45% higher than the national average. But here's the kicker. It's not just the price that's scary. It's the total loss trap. Because of that cold-rolled stainless steel exoskeleton and the integrated battery housing, this truck has virtually zero repairability. We are seeing insurers write off the entire vehicle for minor fender benders that would cost $2 to fix on a Ford F-150. If you take a small hit to the chassis, the rate creep algorithm doesn't just spike your premium. It totals your truck because the specialized tech is too expensive to touch. You're essentially driving a six-figure disposable camera. And if you think a totaled Tesla is bad, wait until you see number 4, because this gas saver is secretly the biggest target for parts thieves in America. The modification trap, the voided nightmare. Now, pay attention, because this next one isn't about what you drive, it's about what you've done to it. We're entering the modification trap. Whether it's high-end wheels, a custom exhaust, or a simple engine tune, insurance giants like State Farm have gone on a warpath. They're now enforcing supplemental disclosure mandates for any aftermarket parts over $3,000. Here's the terrifying part. If you bought a used car with mods you didn't even know were there, you're still the one on the hook. Insurers are now deploying specialized adjusters to inspect vehicles post-accident. If they find one undisclosed part, just one, they can legally void your entire claim and leave you with a $50 paperweight. You aren't just building a dream car, you're building a denial file for their legal team. Don't let a hidden tune ruin your financial future. The Godzilla penalty, Nissan GT-R and Skylines. At number 5, we have the giant slayer, the Nissan GT-R. Now, we all know Godzilla can humiliate supercars 3 times its price on the track. But here's the reality check. Your insurance company hates this car. They don't see a masterpiece of engineering. They see a 0 to 60 in 3 seconds risk machine. We're looking at premiums ranging from $3.100 to a staggering $4.700 a year. And if you're a younger driver trying to live the dream, forget about it. Quotes are clearing $10 annually. Because of the massive modification culture and the fact that these cars have the highest repair costs in the entire Nissan lineup. Standard insurers are running for the hills. If you're eyeing an imported R33 or R34 Skyline, it's even worse. Standard coverage is virtually non-existent. You aren't just paying for the car. You're paying a performance tax that never ends. The sensor nightmare, Range Rover. Coming in at number 6 is the ultimate status symbol that's officially become a financial liability, the Range Rover. In 2026, full coverage for this beast is averaging a jaw-dropping $4.200 per year. But here's the real sensor nightmare nobody talks about. Back in the day, a fender bender was a $500 fix. Today, a single Range Rover bumper is a high-tech minefield packed with radar modules, ultrasonic sensors, and 360-degree cameras that require specialized, dealership-only calibration. We're talking $3 for a plastic bumper that would cost $500 on a Ford Explorer. Because these SUVs are also goldmine targets for high-end theft rings. Insurance companies are effectively pricing out owners to avoid the payout. You're not just buying a luxury SUV. You're buying a subscription to the highest repair bills in the industry. If you value your bank account, this is one royal headache you'll want to avoid. The demographic disaster. Tesla Model 3. Now for the most illogical entry on our list, the Tesla Model 3. You'd think the affordable Tesla would be cheaper to protect. But here is the wild reality. It often costs more to insure than a Cybertruck. We're seeing premiums range from $3.500 to a brutal $4.400 per year. That's 30% higher than almost every other midsize car on the road. Why? Because insurance isn't just about the car, it's about the risk profile. Statistics show only 13% of Model 3 buyers have excellent credit, compared to 66% of Cybertruck owners. Insurers see young and risky whenever a Model 3 pulls into a driveway. Combine that with repair costs that are 30% above average and a body design that makes moderate accidents cost 80% of the car's total value. And you have a recipe for disaster. Insurers aren't just covering a car, they're betting against your demographic. They'd rather jack up your premiums than write a check for a total loss. The exotic parts nightmare, Maserati Ghibli and Gran Turismo. At number 8, we have the ultimate depreciation trap, the Maserati Ghibli and Gran Turismo. Sure, that Italian badge sounds like pure luxury, but to an insurance company, it sounds like a financial sinkhole. We're talking premiums averaging over $4 a year. Why? Because Maserati is the king of the exotic parts problem. Repair costs for a Gran Turismo run 45% higher than almost any other sports car in its class. Since these cars aren't mass-produced, finding a replacement headlight or a carbon fiber trim piece is like hunting for a needle in a haystack. Insurers hate waiting 6 months for parts while paying for your rental car. That's why many companies are now slapping you with restricted policies, limiting your mileage, jacked up deductibles, or just straight up ghosting any driver under 30. You're not just buying a car, you're buying a permanent spot on the insurance unwanted list. Segment 9. The Tuner Tax, Subaru WRX STI. This next one is going to hurt the enthusiast community. The Subaru WRX STI. It's an icon on the track. But to insurers, it's a rolling red flag. We're talking about the tuner tax, where full coverage averages up to $3.200 a year. But if you're a teen driver, brace yourself for quotes clearing $6.500 annually. Here's the wild part. That STI badge alone makes you 8% more expensive to insure than a standard WRX. Why? Because the insurance algorithms have grouped this car into a high-risk enthusiast category. They see that turbocharged engine and sport-tuned suspension and assume a claim is inevitable. Not just possible. It's gotten so bad that we're seeing owners get quoted more for an STI than for a brand new Corvette. You might be buying it for the AWD grip, but the only thing gripping your wallet is the insurance company's fear of your next mod. The icon tax, Porsche 911. Finally, we've reached the king of the mountain, and the king of the insurance bills, the Porsche 911. It is the undisputed legend of the road, but in 2026, insurers are treating this icon like a nuclear liability. We are seeing icon tax premiums ranging from $3 to over $5 annually. Why the massive hit? Because in the world of Porsche, cheap doesn't exist. Repair costs are a staggering 45% higher than the sports car average. We're talking about specialized labor, proprietary parts, and precision calibrations that require a master technician's touch. And if you're hunting for a classic air-cooled 911, standard insurers won't even pick up the phone. They've deemed these legends uninsurable through traditional channels, forcing owners to flee to specialty firms like Hagerty just to get a quote. You aren't just paying for 60 years of heritage, you're paying for the insurance company's fear that you'll actually drive it. So, here is the bottom line. The rate creep is real. And it's coming for your bank account. Before you sign a single document or hand over your hard-earned cash, you must follow this 3-step survival checklist. First, get the VIN and force your agent to give you a hard quote. Don't accept estimates. Second, check the specific rates for your zip code, because your neighborhood could be a hidden red zone. And finally, the golden rule. Check the headlight replacement cost. If a single light assembly costs over $2, you aren't just buying a car, you're buying a liability. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you own one of these blacklisted models? Drop your annual premium in the comments below. I read every single one. And your data helps this community fight back. If this saved you from a $5 mistake, hit that like button and subscribe to stay ahead of the curve. I'm Say, this is Charisma, and I'll catch you in the next one.